morning children. I hope class 10th children are watching this video and I hope you must be keeping well. Today what we are going to do, what we had to do long time before when we had started, but what topic we have chosen today under this real numbers, that is very easy, already you have done in your previous class in class 9th. So, I do not think much time it will take to understand, and I hope many of you might have done yourself also. So, let us start. Today we have taken under this real numbers, very old topic, that is rational numbers. Already you have learned some important questions and solved examples we will see. So, let us start. It is so easy. Here in your R.S. Agrawal book, this rational numbers has been written like this. So many other numbers are there, like natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and all. So, let us see one by one very quickly, because this is very old topic, already you have done. I do not think much time it is required to be given. First you have natural numbers. So, as you know, counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity are known as natural numbers. It has been written counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on etc. are known as natural numbers. So, from the very starting we have been learning from, I think from class 1 we have been learning counting numbers, and even before also in pre-primary classes we have studied counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. These all numbers are called natural numbers. So, the other name of natural numbers may be counting numbers also, it can be said counting numbers. Second, you have whole numbers, all counting numbers together with 0, counting number along with 0 form the collection of whole numbers. Thus, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 etc. are whole numbers. This is very easy, but you need to remember this difference, because we sometimes we do mistakes. Counting numbers starts with 1, whole numbers starts with 0. Then you have integers. All counting numbers, negatives of counting numbers and 0 form the collection of all integers, means all of counting numbers. Negative counting numbers means minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5 and all along with 0. This makes the collection of all integers. Here you can see the example. 0 positive counting number and negative counting number. Positive counting number starts with 1 to infinity, negative counting number minus 1 to minus infinity. Then you have rational numbers. Here you see the numbers of the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0, are called rational numbers. So, any number which can be expressed in the form of p by q, suppose 2 by 3, 1 by 2, even 5 or minus 2, suppose minus 2. Why? Because this also can be expressed in the form of p by q, because if nothing is in denominator 1 can be written. Even 0 also can be expressed as in the rational number, because it can be written 0 by 1 or 0 by some other numbers also can be written over here. So, 0 is also a rational number. Rational numbers in decimal form, you see. Every rational number when expressed in decimal form is expressible either in terminating or in non-terminating repeating decimal form. This is very important to understand, but already you have learnt, so much difficulty you will not have. Every rational number when expressed in decimal form, suppose any number you take, very simple example, suppose 1 by 2 if you are taking, if you are expressing this in decimal form, what it can be written? Just you divide 1 by 2, here you will have decimal 0 and 5. So, 2 5 ja 10. So, what you got? 0.5 or simply 0.5 can be written. In the same way, suppose if you are writing 2 by 3 and if you are dividing this, what you are going to get? Suppose 2 is being divided by 3, decimal will be put over here. Here you see 3 6 ja 18, 2 again you will put 0, 3 6 ja 18, and this will be continued. It will not terminate. It will not terminate. 2 and 2 and 2 again and again, this remainder is going to come, and your number will be 0.66666 endlessly. So it can be written as 0.66666. It means this is non-terminating but repeating. This is not getting terminated. This got terminated just after one decimal place. After decimal, only after one place it got terminated, but here this number is not getting terminated, but it is repeating. So this can be written as 0.6 bar. Bar means this number, this block of one digit, it may be of many digits also, if that is called block. It is getting repeated. So 6 over bar means 6 is getting repeated endlessly. Here you see an important observations. To test whether a given rational number is a terminating or repeating decimal, let x be a rational number whose simplest form is p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. Then what happens? X is a terminating decimal only when q is of the form 2 to the power m into m 5 to the power n. This is very important to remember. 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. It means multiples of 2 and multiples of 5. X is a terminating decimal only when q is of the form, if your denominator will be in the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, then only that rational number will be terminating. For some non-negative integers m and n, yes, this m and n should be non-negative integers, means that will be positive integers. X is a non-terminating repeating decimal if q is not equal to, if suppose q is not equal to 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, then x is a non-terminating repeating decimal. First of all, it will not terminate and this will repeat. Then you have an important test. Let p by q be the simplest form of a given rational number if q is equal to this for some non-negative integers m and m n, then p by q is a terminating decimal. Again and again it is being written. So you remember this. If q is equal to 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n for some non-negative integers m and n, then p by q is a terminating decimal. Suppose if q will be 2 into 5 in this form, this m could be any non-negative number 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 up to infinity. Here n will be any positive integer 1 2 3 4 5 any. So in this form, if it will be there, then the given rational number p by q will be terminating decimal. If q is not equal to 2 to the power m into m to the power n, then p by q is a non-terminating repeating decimal. This is required to be remembered. Now you come to solved examples. Here you see, write the number of zeros in the end of a number whose prime factorization is 2 to the power 2 into 5 to the power 3 into 3 to the power 2 into 17. This is very important question also. Write the number of zeros in the end of a number. Suppose this number has been given, after multiplication what product you will get, there how many zeros will be there, that you need to find out. Write the number of zeros in the end of a number whose prime factorization is this. We have, just you see how this question has been simplified. 2 to the power 2, this is the question, is equal to, this can be written as, just you see, 2 to the power 2 into, you had 5 to the power 3. It can be written as 5 to the power 2 into 5. This 5 to the power 3 can be written as 5 to the power 2 into 5 into 3 to the power 2 into 17. Again here you see, this you have 2 to the power 2 and 5 to the power 2. So, it can be written together 2 into 5 to the power 2. Then rest of the numbers are 5 into 3 to the power 2 into 17. And finally, you got 2 5 j 10 to the power 2 into rest of the numbers. It means what? In this product, these zeros you are going to get. So, what has been done over here? The product of 2 and 5 has been getting segregated. So, you separate this out 2 into 5, so that lastly you may find how many numbers of zeros will be there in this product. So, simply it has been done 2 and 5, 2 into 5 has been separated out in this form, and finally you got 10 to the power 2. So, whatever product you will get after multiplication, there these two zeros are going to be added. Clearly, there are two zeros at the end of the given number. So, in this way questions are required to be solved. Next you see, find after how many places of decimal the decimal form of the number this will terminate. So, given number you have 27 divided by 2 to the power 3 into 5 to the power 4 into 3 to the power 2. Now, for this what you need to know, suppose how will you know? Question you try to understand, find how many places of decimal, after how many places of decimal the decimal form of the number this will terminate. Means after, suppose we had divided 2 by 3 just now, and this was not terminating. Suppose we had divided 1 by 2 and you got 0.5. So, just after decimal, after one digit only, this number got terminated. Just after decimal, one digit, this number got terminated. So, in the same way, we need to find after how many places of decimal this number is going to be terminated. So, for this what we need to know, suppose 27 we have 27 over here. So, we need to know in denominator with 1 how many zeros will be there, so that we can find out how many decimal we can put. Means after decimal how many digits will be there, that we can know, or otherwise we need to divide the number. So, that will be difficult to divide. So, it will be easier to find out the zeros in denominator. So, it will be known that how many decimal after decimal how many digits will be there. So, here you see 27 by this number has been given, 27 by 2 to the power 3 into, here again 5 to the power 4 has been written, has been converted into 5 to the power 3, and 1 5 you have, that has been written with 3 3 ja 9, 5 into 9 has been written. Now, you see 2 into 5 together will be written, and to the power 3 into this 27 and 9 has been cancelled, 3 3 ja 9 and 3 9 ja 27, 3 1 ja 3 and 3 3 ja 9. So, finally, you got 3 by 5, 2 into 5 to the power 3 into 5 only. Now, here you got 3 divided by this 5 to ja 10 to the power 3 into 5, and this you see 3 by 5. If 3 by 5 you have, this you divide by 5. So, decimal 0 5 6 ja 30. What you got? 0.6. So, 0.6 divided by 1000, and that is equal to 0. Just you see 3 zeros you have 1, 2, 3 and you have 0.6. 0.6 you have divided by 1000. This decimal is required to be brought 3 places leftward, because in division 3 zeros you have. So, it can be written as 0.0006 and this will be your answer. So, thus the decimal form of the given number will terminate after 4 places of decimal. After decimal 4 digits you have. So, after 4 places of decimal, this number is going to be terminated. Next you have, show that the number 31 by 2 to the power 2 into 5 to the power 3 is terminating decimal. Express it in decimal form. Here again what rule was given, that you remember, 2 to the power m into 5 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. Since the denominator of the given number is of the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, where m is equal to 2 and n is equal to 3. So, it is a terminating decimal. So, you can simplify and can show that this is a terminating decimal. Again in the same way this question will be solved, just you go through yourself. I think you will be able to do. These questions are so easy, I think you will be able to do. Here you see this question. This type of question already you have done, but then also you see, express each of the following as a rational number in simplest form. First question you have 0.6 bar, 0.6 over bar. So, what you need to do, here you see 0.6 over bar you had. What will you do? This can be written as suppose x is equal to 0.6 bar. It means x is equal to 0.66666 and so on. Now, what we will do? Multiply this, suppose this is equation 1, multiply equation 1 by 10. What you will get? 10x is equal to, if you are multiplying this number with 10, what you will get? 6.66666 and so on. Suppose this is your second equation. Now, subtract equation 1 from equation 2. Suppose if you are subtracting equation 1 from equation 2, what you will get? 10x minus x will be 9x is equal to 6.66666 up to infinity minus 0.66666 and infinity. It means you will get only 6.0000. So, therefore, x will be 6 by 9 and x will be equal to 3 2 ja 6 and 3 3 ja 9. It means 2 by 3. And yes, in this fraction this can be written x is equal to 2 by 3. We had supposed x is equal to 0.6 bar. So, this 0.6 bar can be written as 2 by 3. This will be your answer. So, one thing you need to know, suppose if any number you have 0.6 bar, if any other number if you will have 0.67 and over bar, what you need to do? X is equal to, what you need to do? X is equal to 0.67 and so on. If 2 digits are there, you need to multiply this equation 1 with 100. So, you will get 100x is equal to, you multiply this with 100, what you will get? 67.6767, 676767 and so on. Then what you need to do, if you are multiplying this, this will be 100x, this will be 100x, you can write this 100x will be equal to 67.676767 and so on. Now you need to subtract this again in the same way what we did. Equation 1 will be subtracted from equation 2 and then you need to find out x. If suppose after decimal 3 digits will be there, the same method is required to be applied. If after decimal 3 digits are there, with 1000 it is required to be multiplied, and then you need to find out x. So, I hope you understood already in previous class you have done. So, I do not think much problem you will have. Here you see we had got 0.6 bar is equal to 2 by 3. Second question you have x is equal to 1.8 bar. Same thing has been done. Suppose x is equal to 1.8888 and this has been multiplied by 10, you got 10x is equal to 18.888. You need to subtract first equation from second equation. You will get 9x is equal to 18.888 minus 1.888 means 17. Therefore, x is equal to 17 by 9 and finally, you got 1 whole 8 by 9. The other question you see 0.16 over bar, again one digit you have. So, if one digit you have, by 10 you will multiply and accordingly you will solve. 2 digits you have, by 100 you will multiply. Here you see 2 digits you have, over bar you have. So, this number is required to be multiplied by 100. So, first equation you had x is equal to 0.323232 and so on. Second equation you will have after multiplying 100x is equal to 32.323232 and so on. And the same method is required to be applied. First equation is required to be subtracted from second equation and finally, you will get x. In the same way, some other questions are there. I think you will go through properly, so that you will be able to understand. And yes, after exercise 1C, I think you will be able to do. So, I hope up to here fully you will be able to do yourself, and I think many of you might have done. Those who have not done, again you see properly, this is so easy. You try to complete this chapter and next day we will see next topic. Till then, thank you.